you add to it to make the powder resistant?
Well, they would probably use something like creosote or something like that to just prolong the life of it a bit. You got that wrong, didn't you?
I got that wrong.
Which way over? On this?
Yeah, these turns around.
They are not right too.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'll get the shots sorted out which way you want, and then I'll put it on. That's all right.
Somehow this has got twisted twice on it. And I can't work out how.
Yeah, you want that, don't you?
Yeah, that's all right, like that.
My brother Mike. What makes a gander meander in search of a goose? Who puts the cake in the chicken? The magic too. It's there's a lot of
How do you want to do it? Do you want me down that end?
No. I mean, you shouldn't need it to go down the end now.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure.
No.
What's an electric motor? Is it to drive it?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, originally the machine ran off steam.
Gosh.
With steam belts, so you can see you've got the size of the belts there.
Right, oh yes, yeah. Right.
So originally they would have been, this is a Victorian machine, a late Victorian machine. Came down from the Midlands and it was used and used and used. Okay. It was used and abused for years and years and years, and then they decided they'd stop using it and close up the factory. And it came down here. All these bearings along the top here were all absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
And we've got a local engineer. He remachined bushes for them, bronze, made them out of bronze, and got it running. But we've had it really ready to run for about 4 years.
I've seen it all closed up here for a long time,
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
I've never
Well-
seen it well operate.
Well, we didn't dare use it because I came in and I used to try and get it going, and I used to have to get hold of the belt drive and pull it. And I thought, shouldn't we do that? Particularly if we've got a crowd of people here, because one of them could be a health and safety officer. And if he sees me doing that,
Yeah.
he'll shut it down straight away.
Yeah.
Ah, I can see him there. But saw there's a bloke up there wearing what looks like a policeman's armband.
Right.
And somebody mentioned to me just now at lunch, what was it? I know who it is, I'll ask him. Yeah, I mean the tedious part is absolutely lacing it up.
Yeah, once you've got it all.
Only got
Yeah.
this length, but if you imagine it's 1/4 mile long, because the longer the rope walk, the longer the rope will get out of it.
Yeah.
And you never get a rope that length because it will start to contract and that carriage will start to move.
That's the closer to, yeah.
And there's always a bit that you cut off here. But I mean, on bigger rope walks, they would go up and down on the push bike. Yeah, and they would control that end. A girl in Chatham, they've got a girl that sits on the end there.
On a chair, yeah.
And on a 4-wheel carriage, and she sort of adjusts it and adjusts the brake and everything to be able to get the tension right. These 3 trestles in the middle with the arrows in. Why arrows? Mainly because I can get them cheap. I get them free from the archery club.
Right. Oh, I see, yes.
But they act to keep the 3 strands apart. Because as they
in the wind, I suppose. If it was windy.
Yeah, they would swing, and then once they start spinning and they catch and they grip straight away.
Yeah, right.
So
we couldn't stop it in time, right?
Yeah, and so we thought, well, they used to use something like this for in the factories, and so.
Is there any connection to the little alleyway up there called Rope Walk in Watchet?
Well, now there hangs a tale.
Yeah.
The original rope walk apparently ran from about here right the way down to the harbour.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it was down there. When the railway came, they said, we want space for that, and used to be, and where this footpath was, there used to be a track that went into the museum. Now that, going into the museum, was then meant that they could use goods sheds. It's used as a goods shed, which is what it was made for. But, rope walk, sorry guys, you're going to have to move. So the rope walk from here went up on the bank, up the top there, to the road which is now called Rope Walk, which is why that's called Rope Walk.
I see.
But the funny thing is though, the pendulum's come back, and we've now got the Rope Walk here, much on the same place as where it was originally.
All right, that is really in the same track area.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that information.
Yeah. So, it's what goes around comes around.
Yeah. How long will it take then to make up this length of rope?
For us, about 10-15 minutes.
Not long. No.
How long it took originally, I don't know. I mean, we've got it going at a slow speed. We're a little bit nervous about upping the speed of it.
Yeah.
You see now, look, he's had to drop the arrows over.
Yes.
So that he can carry on going through.
Right, yeah, I see, yeah.
And when he gets to the next one, he'll collapse that one. And then once he's in the shade up about here, I'll switch it off.
Was it a very busy facility in its original time? Was it in use most days of the week?
Well, Saturday we demonstrate it, or Chris demonstrates it on Saturdays inside on a hand machine. The problem that we had doing it out here is the weather.
Yeah. No, I meant originally when the first one was here, was it used a lot?
I don't know.
No.
I wasn't here then.
Of course not, no.
But,
being a port, I guess they had a steady market for ropes here.
Yeah, down the port, yeah. I mean, we're anxious to get down to visit the one at Plymouth. the Royal Navy still run one in
Do
the
they?
rope walk in Plymouth.
Yes.
We're hoping to get a trip down there,
Oh, now it's underway. I can see you made a bit of rope fairly quickly, really.
yeah. But I mean, this is the length that we've got.
Yeah.
You know, sadly.
Do you actually use them for anything, or is it purely for
No,
demonstration?
well, we've only just started doing it.
Yeah.
But what we think we might do is we'll measure them out and then put a price on it. Because I mean, that one of those brand new, about £85.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we've got 4 or 5 of them in there to last. Yeah, we've got about 4 or 5 in there, so when we buy them at 4 or 5
Bulk.
at a time.
Yeah.
We don't get them any cheaper, but we get them from Chatham, from
Right.
the Chatham ropery, you see.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
Where
that
we
one.
get them from.
Yeah. Well, that was fascinating. I managed to cover the whole procedure here, from things getting a bit knitted up at the beginning to a nice smooth rope at the end.
Yeah.
What do you call that tool? Has it got a special name?
In actual fact, you've left them down there, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll put them back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll go down and take it off. I'll show you in a minute.
How much experience have you had in doing this?
Well, we started yesterday.
Oh, I said, oh, gosh.
No, I've been doing the rope making on the little machine in the museum.
Oh, I've never seen it operate, right.
Well, I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, good. So you've got an idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you just cut the ends off. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be normal in a long length of rope, would it be?
Yeah. Well, what happens is that.
Would you sort of dip it in wax or something to seal it?
Yeah. Now what happens is that you've got to take some of the excess twist out of it.
All right.
Otherwise, you can do it by running. See with a kink like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Take that out of it before it's rolled up. No, it's
This is one you made earlier, is it?
yes.
Yeah.
We made that yesterday. No, we made it when we were doing rehearsal. We did
All right.
rehearsal on Friday.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a bit of strength in it, of course. Yeah.
Oh, it's not bad for strength when you think it's only a very thin twine to start with.
Yeah. Could you actually snap that twine if you pulled on it as a single one?
On Friday, when we were trying it out for the first time, really seriously, we did put too much weight on the trolley, and we snapped it.
Cool.
Didn't we?
Now, that tool it was using
Yes.
is basically that, except that it's been cut off. Now,
Ah, right.
I think they used what they called these a top. We tend to call them an acorn because the ones that we've been using, the small ones,
Kind of a
look more
tapered
like
end
an
to it,
acorn
yeah.
than they do a top.
Right.
But these look more like a spinning top.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps the strands apart, and it actually, this would come along the strands as they come together.
Yeah.
They would start tightening up.
And that would move along, yeah.
Yeah. Now, of course, if it's left to its own devices, it will come down quick. So we have to hold it back to keep it tight.
Yeah.
And that's why we've got a handle on that. But Chris is finding that it's better using that little one, which is just that bit on its own hand.
Yeah, you
so
get more and more experience to what you're doing,
Yeah,
and you
you
know what
can
to
got
do.
more control over it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget, this is another factor of only doing a narrow diameter rope. If we had a heavier diameter rope, then there'd be more pressure on it to squeeze that along.
Oh, right.
And
Oh, yes, you need a bit of strength to it then. Yeah.
yeah, and Also, we wouldn't have be so prone to breakages. See, that's the problem we have. We're really having to teach ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah, we've read the book, or he's read the book, and we think we understand it, but when we come out here and try it, it's, and then we look at things, we say, oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah, you realise that.
Like these things, you see.
Yeah, they fold over, don't they? Fold flat.
Yeah, but the ones that
based on a
came
Stanley
with the machine,
support.
The ones that came with the machine were actually lumps of metal. Lumps of metal like that. And what we think was that they were at the right height for the rope, so that there was about that much gap inside, and they would have the whole lot round there and it would be tight, and then as they worked along, this bloke would knock them over. But we haven't yet worked out how we can use the old ones
with this new setup now.
Yeah. So in the end we thought, well, it might be easier to actually make something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you very much.
That's all right. Pleasure.
What's the uniform? Obviously something to do with the Navy.
This is a naval uniform.
Do you on one of the stands in there?
Well, I'm from the boat museum really, but I go around with. I used to be a reenactor with a group,
oh, good.
A naval group.
Lovely.
And I've got a genuine Royal Naval uniform, the fabric of 1944. 40.
Well then, and your colleague, is that something to do with the Air Force, with the propeller, or is that naval as well?
Yeah, that's my boiler suit. That's the one when I look at the Royal Naval with the reenactment group. That's the one I used to wear when we used to do the guns on HMS Cavalier. You know, we used to have some real fun with it. I mean, you talk about big boys' toys. we got the 3 guns on HMS Cavalier to fire. We got one of the forward guns to go up and down, and the other forward gun to go up and down and to swivel round.
Yeah.
And we used to fire them. We used to have great big cartridges with a small charge that we put in the middle, and they would actually do it. And it was the first ship to fire a broadside in modern times, because they managed to. I wasn't with them. I didn't go that day, but they had the one on the stern and the other 2 on the radio or on the phone, ready, fire, and all 3 went off. But the one that we were rather proud of was we were at an event, and the gun, the 2 forward guns were the ones we were using, and we were having misfires, and we were saying, oh dear. Anyway, we're down to, it was the last shot of the day, and we were going to fire them together. Anyway, I was standing on the buzzer, so that when waiting to get a reply that they were ready, so we wouldn't do it until both guns were ready, and I was waiting and we were waiting. So my gun captain said, oh well, let's do it. So I said okay, and I waited about 15 seconds and then I pressed it. Our gun went bang like that, and we said, oh, theirs didn't go after all of that, theirs didn't go. They came up to us and said, what happened to your gun then?
All right. They were precisely spot on, were they?
Exactly together. Exactly together. And we thought that we were the only ones that had fired. Because we then realised what it was.
Yeah.
And it was quite comforting, really, because we were packing up, and this bloke came up on the deck, and he said, that was awesome. He said, absolutely awesome.
How did you manage to synchronise yourself?
I'm ex-Royal Navy, he said, and it was absolutely awesome. I have to say so myself.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great story.
As a hangover from using the twines, very
Off they go again.
One space in this car park. One space. No, but it's about new to get. That same. That one's nearer. Yeah, you put in here, that's the little space for me, on the left hand side. Okay?
Can I take it?
Have some of my mum's bread pudding.
Oh, right.
Yeah, help yourself.
Thank you.
As well. I've eaten something, so you won't die.
Right. You're looking all right then. They've got to look out for the car park spaces. I'm telling you, I think anybody that arrives, how many spaces there's left.
There's one over the far side, Mike, where this car is just, oh, he's just someone else going.
When that coach came around, he got very close to...
That was really stupid, honestly. He was so close. He really was.
Well, Swain Street has similar experiences. You know, they board out, go on the platform, on the pavement.
You know, you're on the pavement too.
You've got lots of material there, Steve, today?
Got lots of pictures of trucks.
Oh, right.
We sent a text to please enter the 4-digit period code. Oh.
It really looked as if you're enjoying yourself in that open top.
Oh yeah.
So that's the Gumber.
How's your hand? Is that healing up all right? Or
Finger,
just got that
finger,
one
yeah,
there,
that's all I got now, but I'm not getting anywhere fast. Oh.
It's awkward when your fingers are sore, isn't it? Wanted to do a lot of clapping the other night, but I couldn't really.
Oh, he cut his hand with a glass last week at such a friendly lunch. It just slips over this glass. What's it
Yeah.
like, where is it? It's that hand, isn't it? There's quite an old Volvo that to the right, isn't it?
Well, I've just seen them demonstrating that rope making machine for the first time. Oh no.
Highway, they were doing their own rope things. They were really good. They're brilliant, no one in Holland, though.
Yeah.
I said to them, where are you two from? He said, we're not you two. It took me a while to work out what they were. I said, let me rephrase it then. Where are you from? Liverpool. I said, I thought I could recognise the accent. One was Liverpool, one was Northamptonshire.
Oh right.
So if you all know how to know, I think that we do a lot of this stuff. So they were so brilliant. They said, oh yeah, one or two.
Oh. Yeah, Roger had a few pictures taken with them, didn't he? Oh, yeah, well, bye Steve. Somebody's pulled the plug out.
Never goes back up. That's it then. It's the downhill slope.
I always know the sun will come out the day after that.
Still busy taking photographs.
Yeah, I'm still taking lots of photographs.
Yeah, that's great.
Have you been up to Minehead or?
Yes, I did yesterday
did?
afternoon. Yeah,
good.
I was surprised to see how much was going on up there. Really.
No, more than the last time.
Yeah, that's right. It's very good.
But I think the one place that suffered, the Bishop's Inn.
Yeah, I don't think much was happening up there by what I've heard.
There's lovely great trucks up there, but no, it's all,
No.
you know, it's all away from the town centre,
Yeah,
isn't it, really,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's right.
I think it was just one of those things.
Not much
you know.
publicity about what was going to go on up there, whereas Watchet and Minehead, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's a piece of the train wasn't running through.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't remember more. Yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of sorting out to do.
Oh yeah, there's some editing to do. Yeah.
But,
See you later.
You gave in the end.
Sounds right.
Give you another one. Thank you very much.
Look at that now.
look at that, that's rather nice, isn't
I'm
it?
diabetic, so I shouldn't really be having cream.
Hold it while you sit.
No, I don't trust you. We can put it on the table. Put it on the table we can use.
Nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.